Bruce, maybe just sort of take us through the last, I don't know, 10 days since the season ended, sort of what your thought process has been and sort of move day to day, I guess.
Well, I mean, when it happened, I mean, and I think I've said this before, but I mean, um, we were going 100 miles an hour from the day I got here. Was like every day was a game seven, and I just needed, and we went till like the final week of the season, vying for a playoff spot, and every win was vital. Every loss was like five losses. So my initially I was saying, listen, I need a week or so to decompress and see what's going on in my life before I start to make any sound decisions. And I mean, it. I have a 90-year-old mother in Toronto that it obviously is very important to me that that was a decision that we had to come up with. I mean, to be that far away from her, or and that's why I spent the last week in Toronto discussing it with her, and then my wife, who made 10 different separate trips up, and we have a junior team that we we can't leave unattended, that we've really made a big commitment to keep in the town. And these were the things that I had to iron out. And before I felt comfortable with saying, yes to the job. I mean, and that was it. And we've ran around, my wife and myself, all week, putting things in order for the team. And like I said, I was up in Toronto, talking to my mom and getting everything organized with her, even though she's great and she lives on her own and everything else. It's something, when, I mean, you're that far away. So these were important decisions for me to make. And when I got the okay from both parties that, yeah, do what you love, then I decided to go forward with it.
So did you go to bed last night knowing that you're going to be making the call this morning? How did that kind of all play out for you?
Well, I knew last night what I wanted to do, and I couldn't sleep at all last night, and I was actually very nervous. I mean, I knew I kept the Canucks waiting, and I don't like doing that, but it wasn't for any other reasons than the ones I stated. And woke up this morning to phone my agent and told him, can you get a hold of Jim and this morning and let him know what I'd like to do and what my decision is, and go from there. And Jim was very happy, and I talked to Patrick, was very happy, and so we're back where we started and trying to build the best team we can for the Canucks. And I really believe that the last 56 games, we were a playoff team, and hopefully we can leave off or start off where we left off and make it the dream come true for next year.
When it comes to planning for next year, and figuring out how to, first of all, what your lineup's going to be like, but then once you get into that and figuring out how you're going to, in the end, sustain that over an entire season, what are things that you're anticipating that you guys are going to have to be working on to sort of build out and make that a reality?
Well, I mean, I think for me, it's just a little more depth. I mean, we have great players. We have some really, really elite players, and I think surround them with elite players if we can. I mean, I don't know if we can, but I mean, the depth started to get a little thin near the end of the season, and build up the depth. I mean, our goaltending is going to be great. I think. I mean, I may be wrong here, maybe just, but I think we were in almost every category. Over the last 50 games, we're top 10 in the league, and just build off of that. And it's, I think talking to all the players, I mean, it's sort of unfinished business that we have right now, and we want to complete the task. And I think everybody's on board with that assessment.